So welcome, long video incoming. This is the test of the overheating test of the new Xperia 1 Mark IV update. I forgot the update version number. Just have to use my Xperia Pro Eye to check out which version number it is. But it is the one with the, what is it? Instead of 0.5A, 8.A something. Xperia 1 Mark IV. Why I'm doing this? Because I'm improvising here. Newest update, I don't know which update number it is. Anyway, I'm improvising a little bit because yeah, people are making a little pressure. I want to have the new video, I want to know what's new in the update, and so on and so on. So I'm showing it to you right now. So that's the overheating test. First of all, that's the main thing that changed. Of course, they changed also again, improved the zooming and the focusing on zoom capabilities. So if I want to do this right now, let's check it out by best doing this, I think. I can zoom in slowly on the boxes there in the background, and it will slowly probably switch lenses. And we can see, is it sharp? Is it sharp enough? Is it sharp enough? Can you read what's written there? There we go. I think it still has some focusing issues eventually. Let's see if we can make it a little bit better by just simply going to manual focus and then adjusting the slider. There we go. Yes, I can still make it a little bit sharper by adjusting the slider. Now let it go, and my finger so big. You can see it's a bit too much, overshooting. I go a bit back. There, probably it's the best now. So you can see that, yeah, the issue with in regards to, why do I have only one channel that's recording to? Should record on both channels. Doesn't matter. Anyway, the issue that it is recording is not going to work. So yeah, I don't see much of an improvement, I have to say. Let's go back to autofocus. At least not in VideoPro mode. And there you can see my face very close up. And I want to have the one time. Can I just go to 24? There we go. Show you 24 millimeters right now. So sorry for the one channel only. I'm just using the microphone that I'm using outside, and I plugged it in, and apparently it's only mono mic. I did not know about this. And I did not use my Sony mic because it's late in the evening, and yeah, I wasn't preparing actually really for this. But yeah, do you have a comparison about Cinema Pro, and is the quality of video is better? A comparison about Cinema Pro, the 1 Mark III against the 1 Mark IV. Someone is asking this right now. I can tell you directly, nope, I don't have a comparison between them, and I don't see much of a difference. So I also type it in a second after this video is done. Anyway, what can I say about the overheating issue on the 1 Mark IV? I think they fixed a little bit. So what I said already is like 300 megahertz less, and it's really helping a lot already for everyday tasks, but also for video recording. Of course, you get this high heat warning still when you're going out in the summer, 30 degrees in the shadow. For sure, every phone will overheat at one point. So you still get this because this phone doesn't have the best heat dissipation. You will get it at one point, but you should be able to record like the 10 minutes. After you recorded the 10 minutes, you probably get a high heat warning, just like I get a high heat warning right now. I'm recording 4 minutes in 4K 30, almost 5 minutes. So is it showing? It's a high heat warning only. It's interesting because I see on the back screen, I see like a yellow sign. Here on the vlogging screen, I see a red sign, which Sony's a bit inconsistent in there. Anyway, I also don't think I will get like a overheating warning on the vlog screen, which is I think also pretty stupid, because I want to know when it is overheating so I can react to it. But yeah, I get a high heat warning still pretty early when I'm recording 4K. The room temperature should be 24 degrees here if nothing changed, around 24 degrees. And it is dark right now. So this is why I have my LED lights on, because in the dark you have to have LED lights on, otherwise the YouTube police comes and arrests you. So yeah, 5 minutes talking and walking, and I can tell you a little bit about the new baby that I have here in the house. Really call it baby because it's like so small, the Asus Zenfone 9, and talk a little bit about the issues that I had with this one. I made a camera review already. I already did also the low light camera review where I was a little bit more disappointed than the normal camera review. But in the normal camera review, I was disappointed because of the focusing of the main gimbal camera. Now I got a tip because I was invited to a special Telegram Asus Zenfone 9 group that told me that there are people reporting that it is much, much better when you are using HDR mode. So I turned HDR mode on, and my first test now here in my small little studio showed me that, yeah, it was not focusing on the back, it was focusing on me. It's not so hard because you can see besides the wall here, every other wall is white. So it's very hard to not get the right contrast because I think the main camera sensor here uses contrast priority when it comes to autofocus, even though it has face detection autofocus. And I don't think it has dual pixel face detection autofocus, which probably might be an issue because it's sitting on side the gimbal, but I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, would be interesting if you have a Zenfone 9, want to try it out. Talking about the focus, Sony focus is phenomenal. If you want to try it out, just turn HDR on. I can even show it to you in the settings here. So we go to video, and when you are in video, you can see that there's this arrow row. You can swipe down, and then you have various options, and here is one option called HDR, and if you turn this HDR option on, this little guy will perform a little better in terms of autofocus. This is what some people claim, and my first test shows. I will test it maybe eventually tomorrow as well to check it out, and then I can tell you a little bit more. This video will come out either, I have to see when this video will come out. Maybe I will just let it go and let it come out. So we have now 8 minutes recording. I still see this red sign. I have to take a look at the other screen. The other screen shows me the overheating symbol. So anytime now it could just turn itself off, which would be not an improvement to the prior version, which is a big bit of a bummer, I would say. The other thing that I noticed for sure is this device gets hot when it's connected to 5G. I don't have 5G when I'm here at home, but when I'm rounded about here in the city, I sometimes get 5G symbol there, and then I noticed it even if I had just in my pocket when it gets hot, oh, it must be connected to 5G. So another thing that might be interesting to know is if your Xperia 1 Mark IV overheats very, very quickly, just turn off 5G. Or go directly in airplane mode if you can survive in airplane mode, which would be also very interesting. So my goal now would be like to say, okay, I'm recording 10 minutes, maybe 11 minutes. 11 minutes is a good number. Then I'm on par with all the other phones actually that can survive also 11 minutes and more to see if that helps. So I have the overheating hacking, and this is a bit concerning. Sometimes it goes away, which is interesting. So let me check again. No, it's still there, still showing that it is overheating, but I see it's still recording. So I think maybe the temperatures go high, but it's not reaching this limit where it just stops recording yet, at least not so quickly, because of 300 megahertz less on this CPU, but I'm not so sure about that either. And yeah, the Sony Xperia 1 Mark IV, you